Phew! Well, so finally I got the last of the maple wood moved. I have one big chunk, and it's one of these wedge cuts like this, except that it's like 3.5 feet across. It's huge out there, but it's from that silver leaf maple. Otherwise, today was the last load of mini. Spread a few loads out over multiple days, and I got the last of the red leaf maple that Jamie and Carrie donated to the project. So let me show you that. So you can see this used to be a barbecue shed, and then I built my long hive, which of course is the flip and bee machine, which lives in the barbecue shed. But the barbecue's over here. Anyway, it has a roof. See, it has a nice roof on it, but it's open, so it's got a lot of airflow. And so this is all of that maple. Now, Carrie helped me bring these last big chunky bits over in her truck, and we just rolled them off into the driveway. So they've been sitting out there since, and they're kind of wet. And this Goliath, I mean, there's my hand, which is like 9 inches. Okay, so that's like, you know, 14, 15 inches just about. So I could cut panels out of that or whatever. But some of these are pretty long. Like my inseam right here is 36 inches, and these are, you know, 40 something, almost 48 inches. So I could make door styles for cabinetry is what I'm thinking out of these long bits. And I got a good bit of them up here. There's longer bits across the back, and there's a lot of nice big chunky stuff here. I think this is going to have some really gorgeous dark center woods in that. It just is a gold mine, because I've got all these shapes, and you know, if I need a crotch, I can go cut it out. If I need some kind of a pattern or something that looks different, I can probably find it out here now. And this is a cherry log, once again, and it's sticking out underneath here a good bit, yet it's just as big as this girl right here, and that's 5 feet long, and I've got more cherry out front. So I have a lot of wood, a lot of good quality wood. But this is that beautiful red leaf maple. And then look at this big one here. So this is apricot, and that's a good 3.5 inches. What do you think, George? Come here, model for us. Show us the log. See? George is a little cat, but that's a good sized log. But look at how long it is. And straight. It's got to be like almost 12 feet long. And this is a bit of plum, nice and long. So I've got them under cover here to dry out. So these are some of the cores that I've already cut of the maple. See, there's some of that darker wood in here. It's so pretty. I mean, this stuff is just gorgeous. When you look at it, it's beautiful wood. And then I left some bigger chunky bits. I've got all kinds. I put it together with twine and some stickers to kind of keep it together. But man, this stuff is just beautiful. I have some pieces back here that are all matched, and that's a big chunk of that really dark heartwood. That is amazing. It was actually a cube chunk, which was like right out of the core of the biggest part of the tree. And I kept it because I think I'm going to use it for paneling or tabletop or something. But this stuff is amazing. I mean, it's so beautiful. See these darker colors like this? Well, some of those other ones had all these swirly bits with that in it. So there's a lot of beautiful wood here. So these are some small boards. They're just a bunch of little, like these are about 5 inches wide. Some nice, pretty little maple boards in here with stickers in between them. And I just kind of made some little bundles out of them. They haven't gone through the planer yet. I'm just kind of practicing here, you know, to just get down my technique and just bundle up some boards. It's just starting to be spring, so this patio will be way too hot out here later for this. So right now is a good time to try it out. But I've got this big sheet of plywood here that's about 4 feet by 3 feet, and I'm gonna add it to my tabletop and build a big long back stay so that I have a long guide for these pieces. And then I want to take some of this cedar here, and I got some pieces that are so darn big that I'm just going to rip down the middle of them with a circular saw so that I can handle them. But a lot of this I'm going to use either as what's called a ceiling. And a lot of people would go like, what's a ceiling? Well, the ceiling would be like this patio would be a ceiling, but in the boat world it's not. So a ceiling would be like your wall structure, and it's a barrier between all the ribs and the hole so that water can slosh in there, and then your goods are on the inside of that that's dry. And so basically what you can do is put a series of these planks along there and create a ceiling so that your lockers and that are dry. And I'm probably going to make that out of the cedar. That's why I have I bought some dimensional cedar from those folks down at Cottage Grove. You guys got to see that video, and those are in the house finishing drying. I have a moisture meter on the way soon, but I think they're going to be great. As far as, I think they really came down quite a lot during this last 6 weeks they've been in the house now. Once I get them done with the house, I'm thinking I get them down about 10%, and then I'm going to put them in the garage and let them acclimate to the local climate for at least 3 weeks, and they'll have stickers in between them. I'll put them in the garage, under the truck again, because it's a good level place that I have available. And then I'll start milling that tongue and groove pine through my planer and smooth it off and downsize it a bit. And then I'm probably going to start building a rudder. But I want to get that oak. It was around 10 or 12% when I bought it, so it's probably come down maybe to 8 or 9, 9, maybe 10, 9 or 10. It's oak, but it's 1 inch, so it's, those slabs probably have come down a good bit in the house. So I put them on the bottom because I want a lot of weight on top so they don't distort, and they look really good so far. I'm very pleased with them. So I think, you know, the first thing I'm going to do is a rudder, but I got to build out my table for the bands, because I just want a bigger table to push pieces through. These stoves, of course, will get moved, but yeah, I want a bigger table overall there. What do you think, George? But I'm so flippin' excited. Like, look at all this wood. It's finally in a safe space. That is a whole lot of wood. Beautiful, super high quality maple, red leaf maple. It's such a gorgeous wood. There's a lot of character to it and color. It's remarkable at the end of the day. Very pretty. So yeah, I can already see, like, there's some pieces in here that I might be able to use for like roof arches and stuff in the boat, which is why I was so happy that they had some, you know, to find a 4-foot chunk like this. And some of these are 5 feet. You know, if I walk around the outside here, you can see some of it, more of it. And these sections in here are 5 and 6 feet, and you know, they're pretty good size. So I can get like some cabinet styles out of something like this, lockers, doors and stuff. And then I mean, look at these big deep slabs. That's where I've been cutting some of those pieces I've been working on, some of these really deep slabs, and they go through the saw really well. So there's a lot of really pretty wood in here to build with. I'm so excited. But now at least it's all has a roof over its head, and it's blocked down below. All the way around the back is solid. I'm probably going to put something over the front here because this gets quite a bit of sun in the summertime. And but it's got time now to dry pretty well. It hasn't. This is the first time it'll have a chance to dry out. So, I mean, these logs are just, they're pretty massive. I just put them on a dolly one at a time and just kind of tumble them up into the pile. Don't dare try to lift them. But yeah, finally, we got these like before my birthday. Okay? So, yeah. Before my birthday. This was the best gift I got for my birthday. That's the truth. I know, George. That's really messed up, huh? Cutie pie. Alright. Well, I'm dilly-dallying, but I'm excited to finally get all that wood into the shed. I have that one slab to bring back, but I've got branches out there from when I was trimming the shrubs and stuff. So I gotta go get that shell off the truck. That'll happen soon, and start hauling branches out. But of course, the more branches I cut, the more pieces of wood I have to make projects with. It's a good problem to have. Yay for finally getting all that wood in and safe and secure to where it can dry. We're almost in the rainy season, but still, I wanted to get it stabilized, so I'm happy. It's mostly out of the driveway now. Alright guys, love you. Bye-bye.